How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is well. These videos do seem few and far between now. I've obviously started doing more work for AFTV, but I'll try to go live with you guys as much as I can in between whilst I get used to the schedule and whatnot. I see there's a lot of people, over 100 people here already. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you haven't done already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all of that usual stuff that everyone on YouTube bangs on and about. And let me see what the chat is saying. We've got Guna Vettel in the building early. Big up Turkish. Love the publicity regarding this. Kroenke feels the pressure now. Yeah, that's one definite positive we can take, is that the noise is applying some sort of pressure. Obviously, a pressure on a billionaire is different to pressure on us common folk. But what can we do? It's the only effect we can have right now. But it seems like, you know, slowly but surely the wheels are turning, and hopefully we can turn the corner and out of this man's hands. Lee says, big up Turkish. I've seen a lot of speculation. Is this happening? Can't say for sure. All I can say is so far it sounds very good from Daniel Ek's perspective. Am I going to say Daniel Ek is the only one that I'd want to buy Arsenal Football Club? No, because who knows? We might wake up tomorrow, we might do this video, and halfway through another interested party comes out. At the end of the day, it's good to hear from interested parties. And so far, like I said, Daniel Ek had done a video in his CNBC interview last week, and it was very positive. The fact he mentioned it's not going to be overnight. It's going to be a long journey, that he has the funds. He was confident about it, reiterated that he's an Arsenal fan. That interview couldn't have gone any better. It was short, but it was sweet. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Short, but sweet, considering we haven't heard anything from our owners for however long, minus to be excited. Short and sweet from a potential new owner is exactly what I'm after. And then Henry, on top of that, you guys know I've been waiting for the Invincibles to talk. It's all good and well telling me Henry, Bergkamp and Vieira are part of it. You know, they support it, but I need to hear from them. I need to hear what part they play. I need to hear what part they are involved in. How did they get involved? What's their opinions on Daniel Ek, and so on, you know, because at the end of the day, not many of us know Daniel Ek. We can do all the research we want. We can go and search Wikipedia. We can put his name into Google. We can look at Spotify's numbers, and we can, you know, build and paint a picture that, you know, might seem favorable and would leave us optimistic. But at the same time, we have to see it with him. We don't know him, but we do know Henry, we do know Bergkamp, and we do know Vieira. And Thierry Henry is the first one to speak out, and we're going to talk about that today. 250 people here. Love for the love as always. I just want to go through the chat quickly. Polish Guna says, big up Turkish. My question to you, what's the first step or change you would like to see under the new owner? When a new owner comes in, honestly, I'd like to see him bring in a new director of football, potentially a new manager off the back of that. In all honesty, in an ideal world, yeah, in an ideal world, a new owner comes in, whether that's Daniel Ek or not, cool. A new owner comes in and he brings in Mark Overmars and Ten Hag from Ajax. Why? Because they've worked together for a few years. They've done well together. Why? Because Mark Overmars is also a legend at this club. Why? Because, you know, experience is key. Considering Edu and Arteta have no experience, I'd like the new owner to come in and sort out this mess. And on top of bringing in Mark Overmars and Ten Hag, I'd want the owner to tell them, listen, do what you need to do. If you need to get rid of 6 man this summer, get rid of 6 man this summer. If you need to get rid of 8, get rid of 8. If you need to bring in 7, bring in 7. Yeah, I want a bit of flexibility. The overhaul needs to be quicker. You know, otherwise we just run the risk of tainting newer players with the same shit brush that the older players have formed, you know. Come on, Giannis, I see you there, my bro. Man said, you're late, mate. I'm late, you late. If anyone knows where that's from, let me know. If you don't, then I don't know what movies you've been watching in your life, but come on, Giannis. A friend of mine who has very close ties to the club, and he told me the Kronkes won't budge. Having said that, as an asset owner myself, money talks. So, and you know what, Giannis? I've also got people with very close ties to the club and very close ties to this apparent takeover bid. And I've heard good things. I've also heard what you've just said there, that they won't budge. But at the end of that sentence, for now, is what I've heard. And like you said, money talks. And at the end of the day, if you're in a position where you have a business that was about to be put into a protected market, this European Super League, and double, quadruple the value off the back of doing nothing, it's very different to having a business that doesn't have that door opened, that doesn't have that bright financial future around the corner. So slowly but surely, us fans have got to do what we can, and then you let Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira, they've got to do what they can. But Giannis, I completely understand where you're coming from, because that is the murmurs that Kroenke won't budge. But I also feel like that is exactly what they have to say. They're not going to turn around, and the first sign of real unrest amongst the Arsenal fan base, shit just goes left. Big up YA. I'm just going to say YA, man. I'm going to Denver Nuggets game against Knicks tomorrow. I'll put a little Kroenke out in the bathroom stalls when I take a leak. Make sure you take a picture and put that up online, man. We need to see it everywhere. We were seeing Wenger out everywhere during those times, and I don't think he deserved as much aggression as Kroenke certainly does. So we need to look at what was done for Wenger and triple up on it, because the man that tainted Wenger's reputation is still here. And as much as I don't regret, putting it on Wenger and being part of, moving him on, what I do regret is that the fans didn't get together after that. It actually split even more than it was before. How's dtvbox? dtvbox solid, 3-4 years deep. Is it 4 years now? Probably 3 years deep. If you don't know what he's talking about, just go on Instagram, the dtvbox. That's all I can really tell you, mate. Stop watching Sky, stop watching BT. dtvbox has done me justice for the last however many years, box office and all of that. No lagging. Love to see it. And when you go over there, message him and tell him Turkish sent you as well. So he knows that I'm still promoting him 3 years deep. But the thing is, when something works as good as it does, I don't need someone to tell me to push it. Listen, it's done me justice for years. I think only once did it have a problem, and that was during the Joshua and Povetkin. Is it Joshua Povetkin? No. I forgot. One of Joshua's fights, there was a bit of lagging. I called up my guy, and my guy just done something on his end and sorted it out. So if you need an alternative, if you want to stop feeding the hand that feeds the club, dtvbox. Big up RJ as well, man. Hope you're good, my guy. Big up Turkish Mad Love as always. Big week this week. Do you agree with a protest on the same day as the biggest game of our season? This is a question I've been asked over and over again. And I can't definitively pick a side here. What I can say is the Europa League can cause more problems than it's worth at the moment. And by that, I mean potentially winning it. Kroenke digs his heels in, holds on to the club, and makes the battle for ownership or this takeover from Daniel Ek even greater. So as much as it is our biggest game of the season, what's better time to voice your upset, anguish, anger than on the biggest game of the season? Because it's sold to us as the biggest game of the season. But if we had a season that we should be having as Arsenal Football Club, it wouldn't. We could potentially be in a top 4 race and so on. Because the club has gone downhill as much as it has, and because the owners have left the club in this position and an experienced manager on top of that, we are in a position where we're calling this game our biggest game of the season and potentially using that as relief for this protest, relief for the owners. So I'm not going to tell anyone not to protest on Thursday. Will I be there? I will be there. But I also think we need to make sure we plan the big one for the end of the season. The last game of the season, I believe it's Brighton at home, Sunday, 4 p.m., 23rd of May, if I'm not mistaken. I think, I'm not saying Thursday is not proper, but Thursday doesn't seem as organized as, the one 2 weeks ago was. We need one as organized as that one we just had. on the last day of the season, delay the game. Imagine you get a last day of the season game postponed. Do you know what that does to the schedule of Sky? That they won't be happy. Credit to Man United fans, because that was massive, getting the game called off. But imagine more games get called off down the line, especially with Arsenal and Man United being two of still the biggest clubs in the UK. Yes, we might not be the best, but we are big. It would cause problems. Sky would definitely be on the phone to the FA, and FA would be on the phone to the owners, and the governments, and all of that would start getting involved, because you affect their pocket. That's when shit really happens. That's when shit really happens. Let's see what the people are saying. Big up Taylor in the building. I see you there. Ginny, come on, my bro. Feels like a long time since I talked to you, man. Michael here says, we need an organized campaign targeting sponsors and commercial partners. They don't like this and could put pressure on. Kroenke is all about money, 100%. And I talked to you guys before. Big up Zach in America, who, you know, made the initial suggestion about sell Arsenal being the movement instead of Kroenke out and whatnot. Off the back of what they've done with the Super League, I've added Kroenke out, sell Arsenal to the same movement. But you are right, Michael. You know, a hashtag, a movement, a campaign directed towards stopping feeding the hands that feed the club, like Sky, BT, like who else feeds the club? Adidas, like Visit Rwanda, like whatever sponsors this club has got. If you start affecting those names, those brands, those sponsors, it might not have an immediate effect on the club, but what it does make sure of is conversations. Guarantee if you have an effect on the bottom line of any of these sponsors will be contacting the club or the FA. The FAs would have to contact the clubs, and vice versa. It just goes round at a level that we are hidden from. So 100%, Michael, I agree. And it's something that I'm thinking about. Giannis says, sorry, bro, off topic, no worries. I've been in debates with Arsenal fans who are telling me Holding has been a 7 out of 10 this season. Turkish, am I blind? No, mate. Quite the opposite. You've actually got your blindfold off. Whereas them man there you're arguing with, their blindfolds on. Their blindfolds on. And I don't know what is underneath that blindfold, but how they're seeing a 7 out of 10, it's all mad to me. It's all mad to me. Especially considering the last few games we've seen him in. Big up, John. Hope you're well, my guy. I can imagine how vexed Turkish was when Arsenal lost. You just reminded me of that time. I was vexed. Yes, it's not the elite competition, but I was vexed. Obviously, having ties to Fenerbahce as well growing up, and my family being mainly Fenerbahce. That one hurt. Obviously, not as much as Barcelona in the Champions League final, but that Galatasaray one hurt for sure. Real ball talk in the building. Big up, G. Great to hear Henri's quotes, especially the part the identity of the club is long gone. That will resonate with the players and manager and fans. And as much as they want to ignore it, they can't. 100%. 100%. Henri got me gas, said AP. Rickin, come on, they are blind. 100%. 100%. There was rumours the club has been up for sale for 2... Nah, you can't believe that. What, up for 2 years with this European Super League round the corner? There's no way this club was up for sale. It was only about 3-4 years ago that Usmanov offered over the odds for the club. There's no chance those rumours are true. If anything, up until the European Super... Even up until now, where... Don't get it twisted. The European Super League documents are still somewhere waiting to be amended, examined, and restructured to be released again. They're still somewhere. So there's still communication between the Perez's, Kronkes, FSG's, Glazers, all of these, man. Yeah. But the conversations are very different to what they was 4 months ago. 4 months ago, they were probably talking about, yes, we've got it. We're in. Everyone signed up. Let's launch it on this date, the day before UEFA do the revamp for Champions League. Let's flex. That's what they tried to do. And they fell flat on their face. Now, it's not so much about flexing. They've also lost a couple ambassadors or big ambassadors like Roman, like Mansour, and so on around the world. I just think now the potential for sale is greater than ever, because we know why he held on to the club for so long. We know why he slowly but surely bought up every share he could at the club. We know why he rejected that Usmanov bid. This, the European Super League. But now this is up in the air. Surely the future of the club is too. And I think if you couple up Daniel's interest, if you couple up the Invincibles on board, if you couple up the fans, protest a few weeks ago, and even if you look at the Man United fans protest, and as an Arsenal fan base, as an Arsenal ownership, as everyone around the club looks at that and thinks, whoa, that could happen at Arsenal. I think the club has some decisions to make. Jashar said Holding is a 5, a 6 at best, and even that's being nice, Jashar. Even that's being nice. Sonny says, even if Danielek doesn't end up buying the club, one positive we can take as fans is that he will always be in the background and he's not backing down. So we just need to support the movement. 100%, Sonny. Like I said, that's probably the best thing I heard from Danielek. In his interview himself, he said it's not going to be overnight. In his interview, he said it's going to be a long journey. Those two quotes for me are better than any quote about Henry and about, because he's not fooling himself and he's not fooling us, because it's all good and well to jump off the back of a wave that, Arsenal fans are vexed and we're in a position where we're starving for an owner that cares. At first, I thought he might be, using that as a potential marketing for his current investments, but off the back of that interview, long journey, not overnight. Thierry Henry essentially doubling up on the same thing today, yesterday on Sky. I'm going to go through the Thierry Henry quote shortly anyway. It's good news because no one should be naive enough to think that this is just going to be done just like that. There's no way. But thank you, Sonny, for the super chat. Appreciate that, my guy. And we got Giannis back again. I was vexed in 2000. My dad celebrating next to me didn't help. Your dad's a Galatasaray fan, yeah? And all the trouble around those games too. Fucking hell. See what you done, John? You got me thinking about the Galatasaray final, man. And then now I'm just thinking about the Chelsea final all of a sudden. And now I'm thinking about the potential of a Man United final. Come on, man. Come on, Arsenal, please turn the corner and make me proud again, please. If Ek doesn't buy, I want assurances of his plans. And Nathan, I guess, yes, you are right. It's all good and well saying it's going to be a long journey and whatnot, but you want a bit more understanding behind it, At the same time, this week, it's apparently a bid's going to come in. So we've essentially got to wait for this bid to come in, be rejected, and then maybe Danielek goes in on, finding out, or us finding out a bit more of his true intentions. But we'll see. We will see. Yashir says, Turkish, I get the view of winning the Europa could do more damage, but still, European trophy is massive for us. It's massive for us. It's massive for Kroenke too. That's my problem. I'm not denying how massive a European trophy is for us, even if it is the second tier competition. I'm not denying how much I want to win it, and I'm not denying that I'll be over the moon if we won it. But at the same time, can you deny that Kroenke wouldn't be happy? Kroenke would be over the moon too. Very little investment back into Champions League with an inexperienced manager that you brought in because you had pennies to spare, and you made Champions League football. Well, Champions League money. That's why I'm hesitant to just go all guns blazing and say, yeah, we need to win it regardless, because it can work completely against us. And that's something that we don't want. Big up, Steve. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. Appreciate the love. I see people hitting the like button. What are we on now? We're nearly 1,000 people live. Make sure you guys hit the like button, people. Come on. Steve says the European Super League already had its trial run as the Summer Champions Cup. Very true. Obviously there's been murmurs about that being the introduction. So they would have seen the money made there to know that it would have been, of course, Steve, no doubt. What? European Super League profitable? Even a thought of it probably made them profit. That you put together the biggest club names in the world, there's nothing but profit in that, because why? Because Steve, you love the club. Turkish, I love the club. Taylor in the chat, he loves the club. Jamie loves the club. Omar loves the club. Real Ball Talk, couple man love the club. Like, that's what they are essentially selling. They're selling the love we have for our clubs and making a bag of money off of it, And don't get me wrong, make money off my love, but put it back into what I love. Don't make money off my love and then go and try and even take it further away from man. That's where they completely fucked up. They completely fucked up. Luckily for Roman and Mansour, it was their first time fucking up. You know, it was their first bly, let's say. But Kroenke, it's not the first. It's not the first at all. That's why I just missed that in here. Kroenke out, Glazers out. Arsenal fan says my super chat got skipped. I didn't see your super chat, my guy. Let me see if I can catch it. Sometimes they just go off the page, and when I'm talking about, sorry, my guy. I'll see if I can find it in a bit. If I can't find it, then my apologies. I do try and get them all in. Aya, that's what we're gonna call you, my guy. Aya says if Ek buys us, we should rebuild and get Bielsa in. He's the best person to get the best out of this lot. Plus, I trust his experience. Listen, a new owner is a risk. When a new owner comes in, we need to trust them. A new manager is going to be a risk too. At the end of the day, I see a lot of people saying Ten Hag, yes. Some people saying Ten Hag overrated, Bielsa. That would be another option. I'm not dismissing anyone or confirming anyone right now because the top of the pile needs to be sorted before I can even start thinking about what manager. Like I said, in an ideal world, you know, Ek comes in, the Invincibles come in, Mark Overmars and Ten Hag come in. Why? Because they've done it, they've produced goods, and you know they've got a good reputation across Europe. The thing with Henry, Vieira, and Bergkamp, they're Invincibles, but they haven't got the experience required for me to trust them in particular roles. I trust that they have the best interest of the club at heart. I trust that they're Arsenal men through and through, and they love the club like we love the club. But I've seen Overmars do this. I've seen Ten Hag do it with Overmars. So I'd like them two to come in. The Invincibles in and around, you know, Ralph Ragnick, for example, is another up. You know, we need somebody along those lines for me to see the full swing of change and really get behind it. Just an owner doesn't really do much because just an owner, we still got the same manager, same technical director, head of football. Lord Harris of Peckham is still on the board. Sir Chips Keswick, I don't know if he's even about no more, but these names that are associated with the club, it's all mad. I don't know how they're associated with the club, but they're still here. I'm sure I see Lord Harris is still on the board. Lord Harris, but Lord of what, fam? Like, what Shrek movie is this guy from about Lord, my bro? It doesn't make no sense. John says, for me, the thing that makes me question is why did Wenger allow this to tarnish his legacy? I was talking to Saeed the other day, like I said on the Big Six yesterday. I saw Saeed on Sunday, and I was talking to Saeed about how Wenger went out. And we mentioned Sir Alex Ferguson as well, saying, you know what, Ferguson actually protected the Glazers in a sense too. He said some things that worked in their favor. But the difference is Ferguson kept on winning. Ferguson kept on getting the major trophies, finishing in great positions, building strong teams. That was the difference between him and Wenger. Wenger didn't win. Wenger went downhill. And when you're going downhill and making excuses for the board, protecting the board, your name is tarnished. Ferguson made excuses for them, but he won. All up until the point where he left, he won. He was at the top of the pile when he left. That's the only difference. Essentially, you know, Ferguson did protect the Glazers like Wenger protected Kroenke's. Why Wenger? Why? If I was to meet him, I'd ask him. Yeah, people ask me, what would you ask Wenger if he was to meet him? The one question I would definitely ask is, why did you pick the Kroenkes over the fans? And I'd hope he doesn't give me no bullshit answer like, I didn't. Like, I'm asking you definitively because you did. You know, don't tell me it's my opinion or the way I see it. No, you did pick the Kroenkes over the fans. And that would be my one question to Arsene Wenger. Danny Miles says, I think involving Wenger with Patrick, Thierry and Dennis, he is an Arsenal man regardless of the way it ended for him. Thoughts? Nah. Listen, Henry was meant to be a part of this club and Wenger denied him that opportunity. I say denied, you know, Wenger didn't like that Henry was working for Sky 1 or 2 days of the week. He didn't like that Henry would give his opinions on players on Sky and then come and coach, you know. A lot of people did understand that. I don't, you know, because at the end of the day, it's nice to have someone there that tells it as it is. But Wenger didn't want that at the club. So Wenger gave him a choice, Sky or Arsenal. And obviously, Henry went with Sky and he went in to have a little stint at Monaco, and we all know how that ended. But essentially, look at who came in under Wenger and look at who was left out under Wenger in terms of legends. You know, we had Perez come in. Perez was a yes man. Like, let's be honest here. Steve Bold, yes man. When Tony Adams tried to come in, was he allowed? No. David O'Leary tried to come in recently. Was he allowed? No. Thierry Henry during Wenger's reign. Patrick Vieira during Wenger's reign. I'm sorry, but, you know, Wenger was very emotional about a lot of things. Wenger was very petty as well. And I look at Fabregas as being a prime example of Wenger's pettiness, because Fabregas wanted to come back to England and Wenger's like, no, we got Ozil. It's completely different positions. That was petty. What does Fabregas do? Goes down the road and wins 2 league titles. Wenger's pettiness cost us over and over again over the years. So I don't want him nowhere near this club anymore. You know, look at the last 4 weeks and what's happened around football. And all Wenger's come out to say is, if I can help, I will. You could have fucking helped when you was here, my man. You could have helped when you was here. And even coming out saying, if I can help, I will. Come out and speak how you used to speak about the good of football, about football moving in the right direction, instead of if I can help, I will. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We wanted your help when you was here, my guy. We wanted your help when you was here. You only helped them. Yeah, you helped them and yourself and your pocket. That's it. Sorry, but Wenger's name really does still grind my gears, because a lot of what we're in now is because we trusted Arsene Wenger. It's sad, but it's true, people. Sad, but it's true. Big up Nadine as well. Hope you're well, Nadine. I didn't get a chance to see you at the protest on Friday. Who's that? Deluded in the building, yeah? Nah, Deluded, my guy. I know you love Wenger, man. I know you love Wenger. I know you got a soft spot for it. Don't we all have a soft spot for him? But I don't want nothing to do with Wenger anymore. We trusted my man. He broke that trust. We keep it moving, people. That's how I see it. Sorry, I just got a notification. Big up Deluded, though. Obviously, if you haven't already, which you probably have, Deluded is catching up to man already. Go subscribe to Deluded Gooner. We haven't done a video for a lot. I don't think we've done a video this year, to be honest, but soon come. End of the season is coming, so we've got to get something under our belts. And to be honest, we've got to get our show off on the road as well. So that's definitely going to be a priority this summer to get that cracking. Aya back again. What are the chances the Saudis come in? It makes more sense for them to get Arsenal. And what really happened to their Newcastle bid anyway? I don't know. I'm just very nervous that, I don't know, a Saudi bid might come into United, or a bid from the Arab Emirates somewhere comes into United, because obviously with Man City being on the Arab owners, there's a bit of friendly, well, I say friendly, but there's a bit of competition there to be had. Would that listen, I don't care if an owner's Arab, Russian, Turkish, or what. I want an owner that cares. Obviously, we can look at history and say, well, Roman, Russian at Chelsea, he cares. Mansour, Arab at City, he cares. Kroenke, American at Arsenal, he doesn't care. Glazers at United, American, doesn't care. Okay, FSG, Liverpool, doesn't care. Okay, then you can form an opinion that I don't want an American owner, because they don't seem to care. But the thing about all the others, we don't know for sure. Daniel Ek is, what is he, Swedish or something? I don't know. Where is he, Swedish? Yeah, who knew that? Who thought a Swedish guy would come in with a bid? Like, I don't care. Swedish, Nigerian, Uzbekistan, wherever. Just come, big money, big plans, big ambitions. Let's do it. And what really happened to the Newcastle bid was rejected by the Premier League, I believe. I think Mike Ashley was ready to sell up, and the Premier League looked into it, and I don't think they liked where the money was coming from. So I think that, don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it was. Man said certain man called Wenger dad. Bro, my brethren's called Wenger dad. Like a couple of them didn't know their real dad. They were calling Wenger dad. And when I'd rip Wenger, they're vexed with me like I've just ripped their dad. Like, it wasn't like I've just ripped their favorite manager. It was like, are you mad talking about my dad like that? And it's a serious thing them times. Why do you think the battle against Wenger became so mad? Because I've got friends acting like he fathered them. It's like I was battling sons and nephews and that. It's mad. Sons, nephews, and then fans are just so mad, man. No wonder it ended the way it did. I mean, I didn't tell you to call him dad. The hell? Can't take it out of me. Uh, Come on, long overdue. Turkish deluded. It is. It is still. It is. To be honest, it's been my fault this year and the majority anyway, because I've just been busy, one thing after the other. I had the little one and then AFTV, and yeah, it's all mad. I still haven't got used to everything. Look, I haven't had the show with rants for about 4 weeks now because I just need to get my schedule back. It's all mad. Enough was enough that day. Enough was enough. I had that shirt for a season and I just used to wear it normal because I don't want the attention. That day, I was like, nah, enough is enough. Let me turn this shirt around and call it a day. The leader said there's a fake you. Well, haven't I made you a... Didn't I make you a mod? I thought I made Deluded a mod. I don't know. Oh, no. I'll make you a mod by the next vid so I know who's who. But I know Deluded's in the building anyway. I see some people saying Deluded sent me. Chesney back to Arsenal. I thought... I heard something about that. Listen, I'm not hearing that right now because right now we got bigger fish to fry than worrying about what players we're going to get. We need to get this fucking manager out. That's what we need to do. Who's this? I said and say no more. So, DG Nation, come on. Shit, imagine I'm here for Henri. Half an hour we've gone. I haven't even... Let me see what he said. Here is every word Henri said about Ek. I'm just going to go through this, people, and then I'm just going to leave my opinions as I go through it, and then we'll just talk at the end, yeah? How many likes we on, people? We're not even on 500 likes yet. 1,300 people in the building, not even on 500 likes. We should be on like 700 people. As I'm reading this out, as I'm going through it, make sure you guys hit the like button, yeah? Owner out. Yeah, owner out. That's the most important thing. I know a lot of people wanted to hear about it. It is true. Daniel is an Arsenal fan. He didn't say that for any publicity. He is an Arsenal fan for a very long time. He approached us. We listened to him. You see, Henri, King, I believe you, my guy. I believe you. When Daniel Ek said it, I wanted to see pictures. I still want to see pictures, but Henri, you're my guy. I believe you. When we knew first and foremost that he wanted to involve the fans, exactly what we talked about, we actually met the AST, Arsenal Supporters Trust, and told them what we wanted to do. Bring them back on board, being part of meetings, knowing what's happening, because you've got to put the DNA back into the club. The golden share that I'm talking about. So you mentioned the golden share and, you know, fans can veto, vote and all that for changes or I don't know what else. You know, essentially, big up the Arsenal Supporters Trust for the work they done last Thursday. Obviously, they've got a lot more work to do. And, you know, listen, it's not a case of tarnish a name, but I hope they've learned from their wrongs over the last 15 years. Yeah, because Arsenal Supporters Trust, definitely the most important fan group to the club. Some of the blame of the last 15 years in terms of communication and the lack of foresight, you know, let's hope these groups have learned and we can move forward properly. You know, critical thinking, critical approach. Because yes, we are fans and yes, we want to believe and just be lost in love and blind in hope. But at the same time, we need certain fans that make sure this club are not taking the piss. So let's hope the AST are that. Deluded says, statement from AST, the AST welcomed the recent approach from Ek and his consortium partners, Henri, Bergkamp and Vieira, and that they said meeting us was a priority for them. Good. Well, it seems like what Henri is saying is the truth. He continues, a constructive meeting was held and we were encouraged to hear their commitment to making the role of fans central to their proposal. This is very welcome and we look forward to further dialogue. Yeah. All I'm saying is, you know, as much as, you know, we want our club closer to us, I don't want the club in the hands of soft fans. Yeah, I'm not saying that's AST because, like, big up Akil, you know, asked very good questions on that day. Josh Kroenke came to the fans forum. It's just that not all fans are similar in their approach to Akil, and it's about putting it on them now. You know, it's about putting it on them now. And really just ignoring the lies and ignoring the PR. So has a bid been made? We've reached out. Yes. I don't know how far they went into it. Do we have the numbers? No, it's going to be between Daniel and Kroenke. What does Ek actually want to do with Arsenal? First and foremost, what you can see as a marketing guy, you can see what he's done with his company and how far. I don't care about no Spotify. But more importantly, he's a fan. He wants to make sure the team can be what it used to be. At one point, let's be honest, you can win or not win. Look at Liverpool. It took them how long to win a title? But along the way, they never lost their identity. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout. Liverpool fans always come together, stick together, and are strong together. I don't think that didn't happen with Arsenal. That's what he wants to bring. Well, I guess he means that didn't happen with Arsenal. The identity and DNA of the club back and people that care about the club. All good news. First and foremost, it's going to be long and not easy. I love that because that's facts. Long and not easy is facts. One thing I want to say is that Daniel will not move away. He will be there waiting to see if they want to sell, and he'll be there with us. Daniel is an honest man, transparent. Fans want to know what might happen at their club. We had a discussion with AST and he was very open with them, and he wants to be open. Yeah. Va-va-vum. Come on. All right, cool. Like I said, it's not groundbreaking stuff, but it's positive to hear from someone I care about. I care about Thierry. I don't care about Daniel Ek. Yeah, so just got to keep it 100 and wait to hear from Bergkamp and Vieira. That's who's next. Is Kroenke sweating? I don't know if billionaires sweat. Let's be honest with you. I don't know if a billionaire sweats over something like this. But what he is probably doing is thinking, I guess. Thinking. I'd say not sweating, but thinking. He's got a decision to make now. Does he think he can turn around the aspirations he had in terms of the Super League? Does he think he can turn around the fans' lack of trust in him? I'm going to say the answer to both seem very much in the no bracket right now. And I think if the answer to both is very much in the no bracket, then surely selling would be a viable option. It doesn't have to be Arsenal you milk dry, mate. Take the 1.8 billion, go and buy someone else and go and milk them. Like, please just do something somewhere else, because right now you've done enough over here. So I wouldn't say he's sweating, Victor, but I would say he's deep in thought. Man said Prince Andrew doesn't sweat. We're fucking wronging. Lizards don't, but assholes do. Lee. I don't know why I say assholes in the American term, arseholes. I don't know. It's too much American movies growing up. How long are we in? 40 minutes in? We'll give it about another 5 more minutes, people, because I've got to go record Forever Arsenal in a little bit. So make sure you guys hit the like button. How much are we on now? Yeah, we're on 500. Even though I'm still not happy about it, we're on 500 and the comments are still flying in. Knuckles says, if we keep the pressure on them, hurt their pockets and protest, coupled with Ek, it could make... Yeah. At the end of the day, you don't want to bang on a drum that's got no light at the end of the tunnel. Finally, X provided that light, because the last light we did have, Usmanov, that faded to black, and we didn't have that light anymore. At least Ek, at least Ek does provide that light. Yeah, again, Turkish. Would you take us losing Thursday in order to add more pressure for Stan to sell? Or we win and have the risk of Stan refusing to sell? Listen, you're asking me a hypothetical question here. So I just want to make the hypothetical question a bit more definitive, if you don't mind, because it's hard for me to answer it saying add more pressure to Stan if we lose. Like, I'm not about to commit an Arsenal loss in a European semi-final to the hope of more pressure. What I will say is, if you give me 2 options and say you go out of the Europa League now, or you get beaten in the final and Stan Kroenke sells this summer, or you win the Europa League and Stan Kroenke holds onto the club for at least another year, I'm taking that one there. That's just my, the fastest route out of this club for Kroenke is the route I'm taking. If that costs us a trophy, if that costs us Champions League football, so be it, because it's cost us a whole lot more than that over the last 15 years, Aya. What do you guys think? I want to put it to the chat quickly. How do you put this in a short way so you can quickly say it? Europa League. Okay, so what's more important, people? Yeah, what's more important to you? Stan Kroenke gone at the end of the season or winning the Europa League at the end of the season? Just let me know in the comments, just so I can get an understanding of where we are. I see real ball talk there. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Very well put. That's exactly how I feel about it. Kroenke gone. I won a European trophy, says Alex. Gavin says gone. Gumsy says gone. Big up Gumsy, my guy. Adam says gone. Lord Nicholas Bentner says gone. EFTV says win the Europa League. Kroenke out, says Khalid. I'll take the loss if he sells. You see, it's leaning towards Kroenke out over the Europa League win. We've got a few people in there saying, Europa League, and I get that. I wouldn't talk down about you, look down at you. I wouldn't, because I understand you want to win. I want to win. But we've seen FA Cups do more damage than good, let alone a Europa League that gets us back in the Champions League without the investment that is really required to get back into Champions League in a competing sense. If we was to make it this season for Europa League, it looks good for Kroenke. Does it look good for us fans? No, because we know we're so far off Champions League quality, as we saw from the Europa League, Benfica, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Villarreal, that it's not in our best interest. Double-edged sword. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Faz, I see you. The double-edged sword, and that's what it is. You either cut yourself with one side or you cut yourself with the other. Which side do you prefer? Deluded. I remember the pro-Kroenke anti-Usmanov days. It wasn't that long ago. Love Arsenal, hate Usmanov. Disgrace. This fucking grace. That fans did that for no reason. Usmanov didn't do nothing to us, man. But we vilified him. We took the piss. And I say we because I'm an Arsenal fan. But I was no part of that. Where are these men when it comes to Stan Kroenke? We took the piss out of Usmanov for no reason. Kroenke is taking the piss out of us. But we still have same fans who did that to Usmanov saying, time and patience. And he hasn't done that bad and this and that. There's some trigger words in here that really piss me off. And when people talk about Wenger, it pisses me off. And when people talk about, how the fans treated Usmanov and was pro-Kroenke, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Usmanov bid coming in. I hope so. Yeah, Rex, come on. Man said love Arsenal, hate Usmanov. Unprovoked. Do you understand what's going on here? There was a banner laid in a cross. Love Arsenal, hate Usmanov. If I ask any one of those people why, there would be no legitimate answer to that. There would be no legitimate answer. The only answer would be because Wenger and Kroenke have painted him out to be a bad guy. Well, we see who the real bad guy is right now, don't we? We see who is the real bad guy. Gumsy, I've said it before, and I'm going to agree with that. It is. It is. A personal feud between Hillwood and David Dein became an issue, led to David Dein exiting the club and became an issue of racism at boardroom level. A man owns 30% of a business and can't vote on a decision, can't put money into the club. When he owned 30%, Usmanov came out and said, I just want to give you guys money and spend it. That doesn't affect Kroenke. That doesn't affect Hillwood. If Usmanov came in around them times before FFP and said, here's 300 mil. I own 30% of the club, but here's 300 mil. Go spend that, yeah? He was saying it in a sense where, listen, go spend that. I don't need to see a return on it. Just go fix this team. How does that affect Kroenke's bottom line? How does that affect Hillwood and whoever, Chips and Harris and all of these fools? It doesn't. It actually benefits them because if they go and spend Usmanov's money, improve the side and start winning things, they get more of the money because they own more of the shares. But what was the key factor against Usmanov? They didn't like where he was from. Good night. Good night. Racism. And no one wanted to acknowledge it. And people till this day want to act like it had nothing to do with where he was from, please. It had everything to do where he was from. Everything to do about where he was from. I know who the banner was from. I don't know if we got an apology for that or if he got an apology for that, but it's very easy to ignore the wrongs you've done in the past and act like your shit don't stink. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think part of being wrong is putting your hands up, admitting to it, and moving forward. You know, we're not all fucking Socrates where we fucking, and I don't mean the fucking Greek centre back. I mean the guy that was predicting the future and all whatever this. I don't even know if I'm right in that one. Whoever. We don't all fucking say everything that's correct and right, and we get things wrong. We're people. But hold your hands up, say sorry, move on, get round it. You know, don't just act blind to your part to play in damaging the club. You know? RJ, are you there on Thursday? Till this day, my guy. Till this day, but it's just over and over again, man. Just seeing the same people act like they didn't disrespect the people that could have saved us years ago, coming to talk about the guy that's fucked us now. It's all mad. Ryan, I see you're there, my bro. Come on, big up Ryan. Hope you're good, my guy. Let me sort that out now, man, car. And by sort that out, I mean sort out deluded, car. I don't know how we got 2 deludeds in the chat. Let me bring up the community tab. Let me go into my subscriptions, deluded Gooner channel, copy paste. Say people, I might as well talk to you as I do it so you don't think I'm gone. Copy paste. Let me put that one in there. Enter. Deluded. Confirm. Save. We are good. We are good. We can separate the real from the fake now. We can separate the real from the fake. Let me just make sure. Yeah, deluded is mod. Love to see it. Love to see it. Am I there on Thursday? Listen, if Thursday's happening, if Thursday's real, I'm there. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. What's your view on the new rules from the Premier League? On your what new rules? What new rules? I don't know what new rules is going on. Let me know the new rules. All I'm saying is, if the European Super League comes back 4 divisions, yeah, allowing more teams to enter, you can be relegated, you can be promoted. If the founding members start in Division 1, cool, that's fine. But you can be relegated. I'm happy with that. Then you get fairness across the board. Other teams can partake. They might start in Division 4, but there's a vision to get to Division 1. Essentially, you have a Premier League and a European. I don't even like the word Super League, a European League. You got the Premier League and the European League. And then you got UEFA to do a knockout champions tournament and actually make it the champions, not the fucking top 6 and top 4 and top 5 when you feel like it. Have your champions tournament. So I don't know what rules you're talking about, Jack, but that's just my opinion on the European Super League and how they can improve it. Man said Socrates. I don't think I'll come Thursday. I don't want to miss the second leg, obviously. Oh, yeah, you had to travel far. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, you done your thing on that first protest. And like I said, that last game of the season, Sunday, 4 p.m., the weather should be nice, nearing the end of May. I think that's perfect. So RJ, save the trip till then if you can make it, my guy. You've done your bit already. Big up David, my guy. I'm bringing all the bullies on. Swear Dan, you're there 100%, David. If you're there, then I'll buck you there. You got my number anyway, so shout me. Giannis, you got my number too. Shout me. Hope you're well though, my guy. Mrs. the dog, everything. That dog was massive. You know what I mean? People came to me and asked me, like, how do I know you after me and you was talking that day? And it was only to ask about the dog. Like, how old is the dog? I'm like, bro, I don't know. That's my guy, but I don't know the ins and outs of what he feeds his dog and how old he is and that. So Ozil was right not to have a pay cut. I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't really know why you've brought Ozil into the conversation. But I guess, listen, we can't definitively say whether Ozil was right or wrong. Yeah? We can't definitively say, regardless of what we know now. But what we can say is he wasn't good enough at the end of his Arsenal career to play for us. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. Ozil, we move on, people. Move on. The owner's charter that owners must sign up to. Let me search that quickly, Jack. Owners charter. Premier League. Premier League introduces owners charter to protect the principle of open competition. Six Premier League. The Premier League has now put in place a new set of measures to stop any future attempt of a breakaway division, which includes additional rules and regulations and a new owners' charter that all club owners will be required to sign up to, committing them to the core principles of the competition. Maybe this will put Kroenke off even more. I'm sure he doesn't want to sign up to something that says an equal share of money across the league. You can't leave the league. You can't do this. Like, I'm sure he's not the type of owner to want to sign up to things like that. But it's good that, fan pressure is one thing. This pressure from the Premier League is another entity. Government can provide another entity, and so on. EC is another entity. All together, this can really, do something. The real Giannis says, I'm worried I'll miss the second leg, but I'll do my best. Giannis, now listen. If you're traveling from far, if you're not around, Thursday, 6 p.m., that's rush hour in London. That's rush hour anyway. It's rush hour. I wouldn't recommend. But if you're in and around, if you're coming to support, if you're free, if you've got the day off, if you just don't do anything, if you make money sleeping, then just come through. And, as always, make your voices heard. Make your voices heard. Knowing us, we'll fucking get the game delayed and UEFA will come and ban us from the competition and we'll get knocked out anyway. I don't think the UEFA will mess about like Premier League and postpone and that. Big up Irish London in the building. My guy actually put Irish in the fucking... Oh, mate. It's all mad. It's all mad. I like that though, man. I like that. Trust me, my guy. Make money sleeping. 100. What do you mean? The owner's charter holding the clubs to ransom? I think it's more the Premier League trying to protect themselves in the domestic league. I think that's what it sounds like. But it'll go through lawyers and so on, Man, like Irish London, Imagine if I ever wanted to change my name, I can't change it now. A man's taking it. Like, it is what it is. People, I'm an hour in, 50 minutes in. Let's wrap up 2-3 minutes more. Any last minute questions to get in there? Let's see what people are saying. Any last minute questions? People are laughing at Irish London. It is what it is. People might just raid the Emirates. I saw you at the protest. You weren't that passionate, said Jibs. Okay, if that's what you say, Jibs, why are you looking at me at the protest, my guy? Man said you weren't that passionate. What do you want me to do? Cry? Should I have stood on the cannons and cried with a microphone, or what did you want from me? The real Giannis, I'm in Chelsea, so it depends what time the protest starts. Yeah, from Chelsea to Emirates, rush hour is not ideal. Then again, I haven't used public transport since before lockdown, so I don't know what's going on. Let's end the show bigging up Irish London. It's true, Matt Hansen, maybe not boycott Visit Rwanda. Yeah, you know what? I've said that before and I'll say it again. The Visit Rwanda thing is different to the other sponsors because at the end of the day, it's a different cause entity to Adidas or fucking Sky. They're pagans, whereas Visit Rwanda's, they're not on that level. That's a pretty good cause and not on the same level. There we go. I didn't even read the end. And not on the same level as boycott Adidas, boycott Sky, boycott BT, boycott Amazon Prime, and so on. And so on. Have I got a lineup for Thursday? I'll bring my lineup out when I do my preview. Obviously, I'll do the warm-up with Cecil and James on AFTV. I'll do my preview on this channel here. When shall I do my preview? Wednesday night? Thursday, 12 o'clock midday. I'll do my preview for the Villarreal game on the day, so we can see how it really is. Turkish was a don at the protest. Oh, listen, I wasn't going there to try to be a don. I wasn't going there to try to be quiet. I was going there to speak my truth and what I believe and chant and link up with the man them and all of that. At the end of the day, it's well overdue. So whether you thought I wasn't passionate enough or what, I don't really give a shit, mate. I've been fucking screaming about the Cronkites for years. People have just started screaming about them for days and they want to question my passion for this. Move on with that. And before we go, one more dtvbox. D for Delta, T for Turkish, V for Victor. Box. Go search that on Instagram. Thank me later, people. Just Sky, yeah, I want to cancel my subscription. End of this month, please. BT, yeah, we're done with that. Amazon Prime, we're done with that, people. We got dtvbox. Go over there, message him, say Turkish sent you. He'll sort you out, people. He will sort you out. You can use it in Norway, anywhere. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check with him, but go message him. You can use it anywhere. It's all internet based, so you can use it. Still 1,200 people here. Like Real Bull Talk said, dtvbox, check it out, people. DTV is a one-off payment. One-off payment, easy. Just order the DTV box for my dad. He saw mine and he's on it now. MBs, can you confirm that? You've got it, right? Can you confirm that it's good, it's quality, it works, and you're happy with it? Because I don't want to be the only one confirming it. And just so people know, I don't get paid to promo this thing. If I'm promoting something, it's because I like it or I believe it works because I've used it. DTV works. Missing, I see you, G. What's good, my guy? Long time. Well, I say long time is because I don't do as many videos as I used to as well. But hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're good. Luca, I see you as well. Joey, my guy. My guy. Does it work in Sweden? It should work everywhere. It should work everywhere. dtvbox, give me some info. Message them. 100, message them. I'm waiting for MBs to kind of confirm that he's used it and he's happy with it, just so you guys can hear from someone else. But yes, I have. You think I'm gonna listen? I can't stop people doing what they want to do, but if there's a kit launch video this summer on AFTV, best believe I'm gonna be in there trying to grab that shirt and take it back. Like I said, I actually said to Robbie the other day, Robbie, if you go and do a kit launch video this season, yeah, if you bring out a kit and review it, keep the receipt, because at the end of that video, I want to take that kit from you and I want to go back in the shop with the camera on and return it. Review it all you want, yeah, but we're returning that. He laughed. He didn't say no, so that's my plan. And MB's here to confirm. dtvbox review in person here. I love it. I'd never want people to waste their money. DTV is the one. Here you go. MB's is a regular on my channel. Is dtvbox on IG? Yes, it's Instagram. It is Instagram. Let me just make sure it is dtvbox before I'm telling you not something that it's not. The DTV. Yeah, so it's the.dtv.box. See that there? dtvbox. Make sure you guys get to know. Yeah, that's all I can really say. So if I tell you to stop watching on Sky and BT, there is your go-to. Does it support 4K? I believe it does. I believe he has new boxes that do. But again, message him and double check. He's very good with communication on here. So message him and double check. Turkish sent me, I need this, and that's it. That's it. Arsenal lost. Missing, don't come back on a joke thing. I see the jokes flying in. I know you're trying to catch up. It's been a mad one for Arsenal this season. It's been a mad one for Arsenal this month. There you go. My brother in Tottenham swears by DTV. Look, Eugene using it as well. It's wicked. Come on, people. Like, how many reviews do you want? That's 4 customer reviews here. You've got the link already. I just sent it. One-off payment. Fuck Sky. Fuck BT. Fuck Stan Kroenke. We move. We move. Love for the love, people. Call it a day. I'll be back on Thursday midday for the Villarreal watch along. Look at me. Villarreal preview. Make sure you guys are back too. How much is DTV? Says Real Bull Talk. How much is it? Shit. Well, when I got it 3 years ago, I paid £150. But that was obviously for the whole setup and everything. And then the yearly subscription was £50. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. So your initial payment's a bulk one for the box and the setup and everything, and you get a year's subscription with it. And then every year you just message him, make the payment, new subscription, bada bing, bada boom, we're in HD, confirming that 4K, but definitely HD, people. Love for the love. It works everywhere. People, I am out. I've got a video to do in about 20 minutes. I need to grab something real quick. 25 minutes. Keep it moving. Look out for Forever Arsenal coming out tomorrow. AFTV VIP. I'll be back on Thursday, 12 o'clock on my channel. I'll be back tomorrow, AFTV. I'll be live at 10 p.m. tomorrow with James on AFTV to discuss Villarreal and let you guys have your say. Obviously, big supporters of this channel, come over 10 p.m. tomorrow and get your questions and thoughts in on AFTV. As many of you guys as I see in there, I'll try to pull out all the questions. Come on. I love my people on here. So love for the love. People, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. Take care. Thursday, we move. Love and peace, people.